He burst onto the scene with the Canadian men's national team this year and made his debut in the Premier League as well. He's still just a teenager. It's Theo Corbeanu. Thanks for joining us, Theo. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind year for you. How are you managing all this new acclaim and notoriety that's deservedly come your way?
Hello, first of all, thank you for having me. It's been a crazy year, but I've really enjoyed it. This is something that I've always wanted to do, to make my debut in a top 5 league in Europe and to be able to play for my nation. So it has been a bit of a whirlwind, but I'm really excited to embark on this journey now.
So what's been the key to your success? It's not easy for teenagers to make it in a top 5 league in Europe, let alone breaking into a competitive side like Wolves. You were patient, you bided your time, waiting for your opportunity, and it finally come. So what's been key for you in getting your game to that level where you can be trusted to play in the Premier League?
At the moment, I have to admit, I still have a lot to go through to say until I've made it. Now this is just a debut. This is just the start. It's good that I got this debut, my first game, to get kind of a taste of what the Premier League's like. But I know I have a lot to achieve. I have a lot of work to do until I want to become like an established Premier League player. So this is going to be a big season coming up ahead with a new coach, new staff. It's going to be very new now coming back to the club, but something I'm really excited about, and I hope to make this my year, my breakout year in first team football, and to be able to do it for club and country.
Do you think that opportunity is going to come at Wolves, or do you think as a young player, oftentimes players go out on loan to just get that experience day in, day out, first team football? Is that what you're going to be looking for this year?
For sure. That's the main thing for this year, first team football. It's I think I'm ready to get a taste of it. I want to be playing professional games now, and whether that's at Wolves or somewhere else, I don't know, but obviously I want to play for Wolves. This is the club that I signed for, and it'd be a dream come true to become an established player in this squad. So that's the goal, to make this breakthrough at Wolves, preferably.
You grew up playing in the great city of Hamilton, Ontario, loved the Hammer, as well as TFC Academy. When you moved overseas, what was the biggest adjustment for you? Was it stepping up to the standard on the field, or was it everything that comes with making a move as a young man that's thrown your way off the field?
Yeah, no, it was a move that I've always wanted to do since I was a young child. I had in my mind that I wanted to come to Europe to play football. This was always my dream, and also to come into a top 5 league. The transition, it was tough at the beginning. Getting used to England, getting used to the weather. It was always raining. It was always cold. Although you get cold weather in Canada too, but just it's a lot more like harsh. I feel like when I got there, it was coaches like nagging you because they expect perfection. They expect you to be the standards are very high. So it was definitely something different for me at the time. But a year into it, I felt like I was getting used to it, and I felt a lot more comfortable with my teammates, with my coaches and everything. And that's when I kind of started to improve, like really improve my game. So.
You played with Romania at the youth level, coming through their system, but you decided, which put a lot of smiles on Canadian faces, to represent the Maple Leaf. What convinced you that this was the right move for your international career?
I always wanted to play for Canada. That's the truth. To be able to get my call up for Romania when I was 15 years old, I got it at under 16 level. Of course, it was something that I was very proud about at that moment. But I'm born and raised in Canada, and this is the country I've always wanted to play for. Like the country that you're raised in, you spend most of your life in. It was a dream come true to get called.
What's very cool is seeing so many good young attacking players come through. Yourself, and when you look at what Jonathan David's doing, Alphonso Davies is doing, a collection of young talented players. Does it give you belief that something special is being built within the Canadian men's national team right now?
Absolutely. It's an amazing time to be a Canadian right now. And seeing these two that you're talking about now, it inspired me, and I'm sure it inspired, and it's continuing to inspire many young Canadians out there. And that's the goal. We need more of these. I'm trying to be one of those. You know, I'm trying to be like Alfonso and Jonathan David, make a name for myself in Europe. That's the goal right now. So to see what they're doing is amazing. You know, I don't think the country's ever had players of such caliber. Yeah, like I said, I want to follow in their footsteps, and we'll see. We'll see what the future has to hold.
Let's talk about your debut. Pretty special stuff against Bermuda. You score on your first touch, less than 4 minutes being on the field. You had the outrageous control around the back of the leg, showing a little flair, showing that confidence. Can you walk us through what it was like? Was it, you know, were you kind of floating? Like, was it an out-of-body experience, what you went through in that debut for Canada?
Yeah, no, it was an amazing day. I remember that whole day I was so ready, you know, to play, and it was so special, honestly. I didn't really realize what it meant until like the day after. When I scored my goal, I was ecstatic. I remember I just went and hugged Liam Miller because it was a great assist, and just celebrating with everyone, with Atiba, with Alfonso, Kyle Larin, you know, the whole team. It was so special, honestly, and I'm so proud of that moment. And yeah, no, that I felt like I felt free that game when I was on the pitch, because John told me, you know, to come in and make an impact. He said that was his main thing. You have 14 minutes, just show us what you can do, you know. And I felt free, and I just felt like, listen, just show them what you have. So the Neymar touch, it was just something that, you know, I've worked on in training. It's just a bit of flair. It was just, I felt really good in the moment, so.
Hey, well, look good. You didn't only make a name for yourself when it came to the coaching staff, but for the country as well. There's a lot of excitement. I think a lot of people watch your highlights playing for Wolves under 23. You play down the left, you play down the right. Where do you prefer to play? Where do you see yourself inevitably playing?
I like to play both positions. I think it's important that, you know, there's that versatility in the team as well. So I want to become equally as comfortable on the left as I am on the right. Earlier this season, I started off on the right, but after Canada, my coach swapped me on the left. Like, ever since I came back from the national team, and I've been playing there ever since for Wolves. I came on, I made my Premier League debut on the left-hand side. So now I'm not too sure what I want to play, but I want to, you know, work on playing anywhere on the pitch. So I want to become versatile. So I think that's really important.
I'm not sure if it was your head coach or someone else, but I've heard the long-term comparison to Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, that's some comparison, Theo, but you're big, you're strong, you can use both feet. How do you feel when you hear that comparison thrown your way?
Speechless, honestly. He's my idol. He's the one man I've always looked up to. Even to this day, like I watch his videos all the time. You know, he's such an inspiration to me. His work ethic, his ability to manipulate the ball, especially in his younger years. You know, it's unbelievable. And to be able to get those comparisons, I mean, I'm definitely not on his level yet, but you never know in the future. Anything's possible, right? If you believe, and I do believe that I can, you know, play at a high level. So we'll see what comes. But no, it's an amazing feeling to be compared to him, for sure.
I was reading your profile or an interview done. It was either on Sky Sports or the Wolves website. You said your goal is to go on and win the World Cup. Playing in it is the first step. So what needs to happen short term for you and your teammates to make that dream a reality in 2022?
Well, you know, these games coming up are very important. We have 4 big games coming up, and we're just going to take it one step at a time. We're not going to rush into anything. Of course, we know the talent that we have in this squad. It's, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think Canada has ever had this, but again, it's all a process. So we're going to take it one step at a time and try to win all these games coming up, so that we eventually qualify for the Octagon. And that's going to be very big. So one step at a time, that's going to be key for us now to qualify for the World Cup. And like you said, that is my dream. So we'll see what happens.
You were born in Burlington, raised in Hamilton. I was born in Hamilton, raised in Burlington, Ontario. There's so much pride, so many people, so impressed about what you're doing. Keep up the great work, Theo. Enjoy this Canadian camp, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you very much.